All right, here we are for our third and final round. We are just in a two-player queue. Our opponent is on the play, kept 7 cards. We're gonna keep this hand. It's not amazing, but it's totally fine. We have turn 1 bird into turn 2 knight, along with a path. So our opponent played flooded strand. So not sure what that necessarily represents yet. Could be a number of things, really. Twin Jeskai. Steam vents. Okay, well, certainly a Jeskai deck of some kind is what it looks like with the flooded strand rather than something like. Okay, maybe it's actually just twin or something like that. Steam vents into Sulphur Falls. So we're just gonna play a fetch. I'm gonna go get a basic. I think we have. I think we'll just go get basic planes now. My guess is that my opponent. This is gonna get remanded, but. We don't know if our opponent is, again, playing something like twin or actually playing. Maybe actually that may have been a mistake. This guy might just get bolted. It was actually probably a mistake the way that I sequenced this. Actually, given that my opponent played a twin with flooded strand, I should have played a fetch land first to play a 4/4 knight in turn 2. That was actually just 100% an error on my part. Flame slash. That would have gotten flame slashed regardless. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fetch and play another knight. This one being 4/4. We're going to go with basic again, I think. No real incentive. No, we're going to get a stomping ground at this point. Yeah, because we do have Scavenging Ooze that wants multiple green mana, so we want to ensure that we're able to support that. So it looks like my opponent may be playing Twin, like just a removal-heavy version of Twin. I'm just going to play this Scavenging Ooze here. I'm going to play a land first, and we're going to play Scavenging Ooze. And I'm going to, so I can't get mana leaks here because I have the knight up, and I'm going to say go. I don't want to attack with knight. I want to go fetch a land because I want to get this out of a possible flame slash range itself, and there's a lightning bolt. We have 2 creatures in the yard, so we can actually just stop this. We're going to go ahead and sack this. And so this is, it looks like a mistake on my opponent's part. We'll go get a Wooded Foothills. We'll sacrifice our Wooded Foothills. We'll go get a Basic Forest. We will use Basic Forest to remove Birds of Paradise. We'll use this green mana to remove Knight. And now our Ooze is a 4/4, which means it does not die to this lightning bolt. So that's just I think a misevaluation of the game state by my opponent there. And now this seems pretty difficult for us to really lose from here. Our opponent could be playing something like Twin, which could give us some trouble. But I'm gonna go ahead and just maybe I actually should have gotten. It's possible I should have gotten Horizon Canopy. All right, so he's gonna tap something down. My knight, is that what it's targeting? Yeah, okay, well we will, cancel. I will tap this and sacrifice it. And we will go get Horizon Canopy now. And then we will attack with, we will sacrifice this Horizon Canopy. Our knight is gigantic. And we'll attack with this. Perhaps we should have played a Hierarch before combat in anticipation of the possibility of the of him tapping that. So right now we even have a path. So if he does try to combo off here, we have a response. This card on top. Top is potentially bad for us, though. At the same time, the opponent is clearly mana tight here, and is having some possible difficulties actually casting any of the spells. So top and bottom. So we're just gonna fetch here. I kind of like leaving open the. We have so much mana. We have so many different green sources and white sources. There's not a ton of incentive to leave open a fetch land. a lot of times against Splinter Twin, I like to leave open a fetch land so my opponent can't tap down my sort of last source of light to be able to make sort of room with path, or you know, make it clear for them to cast path. So here, what is this? Snapcaster. Okay. Just a naked Snapcaster. That's fine. We're just gonna. So if we just wolf run this for 1, 2, 3, that does 12. It becomes 12 power, right? So 3 would be 12 power. So we do 11. So we would kill him. Is that right? Let me just double check. He has 1 toughness. So currently we have 8. We would be doing 8 damage if we had trample. So if we plus 3. We have 12 power, we're doing 11 damage, we're doing 15 damage, yeah. So we're going to wolf run this. Just confirming. It'd be 12 power with plus 3, so it'd be 11 damage, yes. Okay. Don't want to mess up with Magic Online. 1, 2, 3. So this is 12, be 11, 15. Okay. I don't think you can win this either way. Boom. So that game, I mean, my opponent obviously struggled a little bit with his mana early, and it was punished sort of by not sort of recognizing the lightning bolt play on the Snapcaster, or rather on the Scavenging Ooze. So here, I like just Choke and Thrun here. Thundermaw's pretty bad in this matchup. So is Lightning Helix. Lightning Helix is okay, because Lightning Helix can kill some of the guys that they sort of are able to threaten with. Chandra is also pretty bad. It can get through like some of their like little dudes to help get your aggression going, and it can be a reasonable advantage tool in the games where they do play control. We don't have a great sideboard in this particular version against Twin, so I think I just want to go with this. The 5-cost creatures are just too bad. They are good if your opponent is in the control plan, but then again, so are Chandra and Thrun, and they are better in the situations your opponent is playing the sort of more combo direction. So we're gonna go ahead and try this. This hand is too bad, just with Tarmogoyfs, I think. If I had like, something to actually enable Tarmogoyf to be able to be a threat, like if I had even just Bolt to bolt my opponent, I think this would be a reasonable hand. But I think that this is just too vulnerable to too many things. Though Tarmogoyf, if I do just play like Tarmogoyf into Tarmogoyf, and my opponent does have Bolt for the first one, then well, do I die to Snapcaster Bolt? Because every creature land. Yeah, I could mulligan this. Alright, well this hand is a lot better. It has Wild Nacatl on turn 1 to go to lead into the Tarmogoyf, and also Choke, which is a very, very powerful card in this matchup, particularly if my opponent is not sort of keeping it in mind when they're fetching lands and sort of the lands they choose to play. We did see Sulphur Falls, which does make Wild Nacatl potentially substantially weaker. So I am actually going to just play the Stomping Ground in my opening hand into the Nacatl here, rather than fetch into it. Your life total can matter against Twin, because they can sometimes just play sort of a tempo style game with. Oh, he actually does have white mana in his deck. Okay, interesting. Pyroclasm. I was not anticipating a Pyroclasm. So I think I want to play just Tarmogoyf here. I think that's better than. I think it's better than playing like Nacatl or whatever. I'm actually gonna just get basic planes. One of the possible ways. I'm guessing that given my opponent has white in his deck, he's less likely to have Blood Moon, but Blood Moon is a reasonably popular card. Sacred Foundry does mean that my opponent can't, is a little bit more resilient to choke than if this were, you know, obviously a Steam Vents. If he, I mean, my plan right now is just to be attack him, and if he does anything, just slam choke. I'm kind of tempted to just slam choke anyway. Because he doesn't have, if he has remand, then, you know, we're still in a, you know, able to play it in a future turn. And we could get Basic Forest just in case of the possibility of Blood Moon still. But yeah, if he remands my choke, that's fine. Mana Leak, that's worse. It's possible I should have just played my Wild Nacatl there. Well, I definitely should have played it before combat if I was going to do that. That was actually very dumb, because obviously my Tarmogoyf is bigger if he does counter it. That was really dumb of me. Whoa, timely. Okay. Yeah, if I was going to play choke, I should have done it pre-combat because of the growing Tarmogoyf. It would have done more damage to him. It's actually a little awkward because now his timely, if I had taken damage, wouldn't have actually worked. So it looked like he is on a control style plan. But we do have Goyf Nacatl, which is... These are some really big Goyfs thanks to that choke. Yeah, I played this game kind of badly by not choking before combat. A little loose, a little loose. Ooh, he's taking damage. Uh-oh. What does that mean? Oh, he's snapcastering timely. He is actually at higher life and has the same number of creatures in play. What just happened? Did you just realize it, like, once that actually happened? That was awkward. All right, this poor fellow is falling victim to a couple of unfortunate incidents. Oh, I should have actually left this in play, just in case. I'm gonna get Sacred Foundry here. Yeah, a couple of missteps. To be fair, I've also had a couple of missteps this match. Not playing my best. I will say that. Not playing my best here. I'm just gonna let that die. I want to, if he does have like if he does have like Pestermite or whatever, I think it's worth. Well, what's happening here? Okay, Lightning Helix. This is potentially going to represent a similar amount of damage to the Wild Nacatl, to his face in like a turn, and like this could also just represent killing him next turn anyway. And keeping that guy around like means that the damage could be potentially prevented by a bolt on a future turn. If he doesn't Cryptic me, yeah, there's Cryptic. Oh no, there's a Deceiver Exarch. Okay, well, this could be trouble. It could actually just be combo killing me. Though also, he may just be trying to defend himself from dying. So if he doesn't Splinter from me right now, and he has one card in his hand, okay. No Splinter Twin. Plus, I played a land. What's going on? Oh, does he have? No. What's that? I'm confused. He has a Lighthouse in play. Probably should have kept that land in hand to loot with, regardless of how this is going. Alright, well, I'm just going to say go. I have this Helix, but I can just hold the Helix to respond to something, like this, for instance. Oh, I tapped that wrong. I shouldn't have tapped both my white mana, because he has remand, then I can't recast it. Oh. I'm just playing this game really badly for some reason. Alright, well, we won that one anyway, but yeah, I did not play that at my best. I did at least notice, a number of those mistakes that I was making, but it's always sometimes, kind of awkward when you come back into a format after having not really played it a ton. Obviously I played Modern for the Pro Tour, but only really played, I didn't play this deck, and the sort of, it's one of the really important things with, you see especially in Modern, because there are so many sort of corner case interactions that come up. It's one of the reasons that I think in many Modern events you see sort of the Modern specialists who've been playing their decks for a long time. Obviously I played a ton of Zoo in my day, but a little bit rusty apparently with my post-combat spell against a control deck with Tarmogoyf in play and things like that, and then just pathing my opponent and letting him kill myself with Valakut. Not my best showing, I'll tell you that much. But anyway, I hope this is at least entertaining and enjoyable for you all. I know I had some fun. I definitely think that Naya is the sort of deck that can be competitive in Modern. I'm still sort of, the jury's up in the jury's up in the air. The jury's out. It's up in the air as to whether Stormbreath Dragon or Thundermaw Hellkite are really the sort of preferable 5-drop, the big flyer. I definitely think that against junk decks, the fact that Stormbreath Dragon can go toe to toe with Siege Rhino, doesn't get pathed. Those are both really, really relevant, and maybe I'll sort of switch things up. I certainly would have loved to have had more copies of Stormbreath Dragon in my deck against that Martyr deck that I was playing. That's certainly true. Yeah, I'm not sure if it necessarily would have changed things, but it would have given me a better chance to survive against the sort of plan that was going on. And maybe if I do have Stormbreath Dragon, then something like a Blood Moon plan against the Emeria is more reasonable, but that might just not be a reasonable direction to take, given that you can still just lose the Proclamation anyway. So that's about it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you had some fun. I'll be back probably with more Modern pretty soon, considering the new set isn't out yet on Magic Online. Won't be for a while, and you certainly won't be making videos of Standard before the Standard Pro Tour using that format. So we'll see some more, probably Zoo and maybe a couple other things over the next few weeks. Let me know if you want to see anything in particular, and I will give it a shot. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.